look at Kyle just pulling away. Here comes Carl back on Truex. Allgaier's going to follow. Harvick's going to stay on the high side. Down below the line for the 60 and the 12. Oh, we're going to have a 3-wide sandwich. Right, this could get rough.
Yep.
Yeah, here it comes low. Now 4 wide. Logano says, I want to get away from this.
Boy, that's a wreck that didn't happen there. He's got a flat tire. It's like the 99.
Yep, Truex has got the flat. Look at Kyle just pulling away, and Truex hanging on.
Take care of it right here.
Look out.
Still coming outside. Still coming inside, outside. Hold your line right there. Hold your line.
He's
Hold
trying.
your line. Hold your line. Clear high right there. Just sit tight. Sit tight up there.
Back to the battle with Allgaier and Almirola, and here comes Newman. Also Reed Sorensen and Mike Bliss. This is all for position.
Look at Newman down in the grass. I mean, he had the left side touching the grass.
And now he slides up. We're getting tight again. Allgaier says, I've seen this movie just 1 lap ago. He holds on to the spot for now. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch continues to lead. 2 laps remaining. His margin, 0.8 of a second. The battle is right there as you see those guys going tooth and nail after each other.
Yeah, our in-race reporter, Eric Almirola, doing a nice job. He said his car was pretty good on the shorter runs. He's got himself up there in the 6th spot right now.
It's Reed Sorensen a little bit further back, right there, and then off further back even more is Paul Menard. Here comes Newman again underneath the 88. Can't get anything accomplished. This time by, white flag is flying for Kyle Busch. Already won 11 times this year, and Busch could be extending, and probably is going to extend that record-setting streak to 12 wins in a season. He's down the backstretch for the final time.
Well, he hasn't had the dominant car we've seen here a lot. He's had a very, very fast race car, but everything's worked out in his favor. He came back from a pit road speeding penalty.
It's going to be his 9th Nationwide Series win from the pole as he brings it out at turn number 4, chalk up, win number 12 for 2010, as here comes Kyle Busch.
Yeah, man. That's why you're the champ, man. Thank you so much. Good job, guys.
Harvick did battle back to get around Edwards for 3rd. Then it was Logano, Almirola, Newman, Allgaier, Bliss up to 9th, and Reed Sorensen rounding out the top 10. Congratulations in the 18 camp. And Kyle Busch just keeps extending the record now up to 12
But if you do one, do it real easy.
Joe Gibbs, go ahead.
I'm sorry, they seal these engines after these races that they can run again. They're forced to actually run these engines more than once. So they told him right there they could do a burnout, but he had to be real easy on the engine.
Remember Alan talking about in Countdown 6 in a row if they could pull it off. Joe Gibbs Racing has now done it. They've won the last 6 Auto Club Speedway races, a series record for the most consecutive races won by a team at a single track. And is that your definition of being easy?
I don't hear it up against the rev limiter yet.
Well, let's talk to Jason Radcliffe, see if he's saying, whoa.
We'll check with him, buddy. Is that too much of a burnout, or is there any such thing, Jason?
No, he's pretty good at doing burnouts without hurting stuff. You know, he always asks, is this a sealed one or is this not a sealed one? And it's a sealed one, so I don't think he hurt it there. But great time today. We got to thank NOS Energy Drink and everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing. I got to thank Doug Hewitt, Reggie Tucker, all the guys back at the shop for all they do. Again, you got to dedicate this race to Jason Terry. And these guys on pit road, when it counted, they got us off pit road first, got us to track position, and Kyle just kept giving good feedback, and we just worked on it, and finally hit on a combination there that was good, and great win for us.
That combination, now, the track changes, so was every one of those combinations in the book, or did you fly by the seat of your pants a couple times?
Well, we had hit on making the entry better, and we had hit on making the exit better, but we never hit on making them both better. And we finally, determined, which one was worth the most speed, and kind of just kept going that direction. Then there at the end, we swung at it a little bit, he had some good suggestions when he hit pit road, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if we can get all that done. And our catch can guy looked up at me and gave me a big nod and said, oh, yeah, I can make it happen. And John Eicher, he did. He got us 2 good adjustments on the track bar and the wedge, and it worked out.
Last week, guys, some mistakes. Today, amazing.
His 12th win in 25 starts this year, and he has now only 6 wins behind Mark Martin for the all-time win record in Nationwide Series. Beautiful San Gabriel Mountains in the background. And remember, Kyle, getting that speeding penalty? It is now the 3rd time in this year that he has come back from a speeding penalty to win the race. Let's go to Victory Lane. Doc?
Kyle Busch sitting in the car and getting ready to stand out. The crew here ready to celebrate his 4th win at Auto Club Speedway, 12th win of the year. And as you said, I think a new record, by the way, for winning after a speeding penalty, 3rd time this year, as they are celebrating and slinging NOS and Gatorade and everything down here. And Kyle high-fiving all the crew. We'll slide in here. Hey, great job, man. And I know a bit of a roll of the dice on that final call by the crews, but Jason did a great job on pit road.
He did. That's why he's is who Jason is. You know, he does a great job, great calls. You know, these guys did an awesome job for me today. And, you know, pit road probably won this race. So, you know, can't thank these guys enough. They do a great job. And thank NOS Energy Drink, Z-Line Designs, Combos, all the guys at Toyota. This is their home track, so it's cool to be here and winning in front of them. And Nationwide Insurance, you know, great series to run with, of course. And I got some comfortable Butler seats, so those are always fun to sit in. Gillette, Marquis Jets, just all the people that make this so much fun. And for us to come out here and get number 12, it's awesome. And, you know, these guys really enjoy doing this, and so do I.
You might have set a record that probably you don't realize. A 3rd time this year you've got a speeding penalty and come back and won the race. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I need to do it more often, but I don't like doing it that late in the race. Obviously, it makes it a little bit harder, and you never know what can happen, especially we saw those late cautions there. That could happen in the point in which I get a speeding penalty and have to go to the back, and we can get caught up in one of those. But fortunately, it all worked out our way and played our way. And this NOS Energy Drink Camry was fast, and you know, Harvick probably had a really, really good car on long runs. He showed that today and probably had the best car, but, you know, our Camry was just good enough where it needed to be on the front side of those runs, or where we had enough cautions there at the end. We held them off.
Hey, congratulations. Great run.
You got it. Thanks.
Kyle Busch in Victory Lane. And by the way, guys, the winner of the Saturday Nationwide race here, the last 6 of the last 8 races, has finished 7th or better in the next day's Cup Series race. That could be a pretty good omen for Kyle Busch.
And we'll find out, of course, tomorrow, Doc. And DJ, I know you've been here. The final results for Danica Patrick is going to show a 30th place run, but it's not indicative of the kind of race she had.
No, that's terribly misleading there if you just look at where she finished. She did a great job coming back to a racetrack for the 2nd time, had a good car, worked her way all day, learned a lot, and made a lot of passes. Very good.
Well, let's talk to her. Vince Welch caught up with her.
Well, certainly Danica is disappointed with the finish, but go back to the rest of the race today and the positives that you can take from it.
Yeah, there was a lot of positives, really, Vince. You know, we had a decent car to start, and we were able to sort of hold our ground. We lost a few spots, but kind of sort of settled in, and we made some adjustments that helped the car to turn a little bit better, and we did that on purpose. We tightened up the car for the start because last year, it seemed like a year ago, the beginning of the year, we were just a little too free to start. So we tightened it up, and we kind of anticipated that, so we freed it up, and you know, the frustrating part is I felt like I had a really good car on those last 2 restarts, and you know, just pushing hard and, you know, using all the road, and you know, I kind of got into the car that ended up turning me the lap before, and I didn't mean to, and so that next time, I don't know, I mean, I got pretty close, but I was giving them room. I came off and gave them room, and you know, looking at the replay, it looks like maybe it was avoidable.
As we take a look at the replay from your perspective and take the accident out of it, what did you take most from this day today?
I was really happy that that the car was good on the long run. I was really happy with that. It was good kind of at the beginning, settling in the middle, and then I came on at the end. And I've been really confused as to what it's going to take to be good from the beginning to the end, and I think that we're getting closer. I really do. Tony Jr. did a good job of setting the car up today. We made good changes. He set the car up right for the start so I could have confidence and we could free it up. And I mean, a lot of things went really well today, so I'm very pleased for that. I'm lucky that you show me on TV to show that I had some good moments, because the result obviously wasn't very good, but you know, we had a good race for the Tissot car today, and you know, we're gonna have a lot of confidence going into Charlotte, I think, and you know, it does make a difference to come back for a second time. It's a bummer there won't be any others.
She's smiling despite the finish. Certainly a much better day today for Danica Patrick. Jamie?
Well, we have Carl Edwards and Justin Allgaier having a little bit of fun here. No short jokes. But, Carl, you had a great day in the pits, great day on the track. Take us through overall your impressions.
Yeah, my Copart.com guys did a really good job on pit road. They had 2 12.5-second pit stops, which is spectacular. So I thought there at the end, I thought we had a chance at it, but we ended up finishing 4th. And, you know, overall, I think that our Copart.com Fusion was like I don't know, probably a 7th place car all day. So I was really pretty pleased with 4th for what we had, and we'll just continue, go forward, and hopefully have a good run at Charlotte. We got the Mustang there, and that should be a lot of fun. But just excited about the race tomorrow, and like I said, my guys did a great job in pit road.
All right, good luck tomorrow. We'll see you then. And Justin, you made it exciting there at the end. You and Martin Truex Jr. What exactly was happening there?
Honestly, I don't know. You know, the Verizon Dodge guys did a great job all day long. You know, we felt like we had a 4th or 5th place car. We didn't think we could win the race, but pit crew did an awesome job, and the engines were just unbelievable. So stayed up there and just drove a safe race and tried to make it to the end, and felt like we did that pretty well. And then got together with Martin, and I don't know exactly what happened. You know, I got a run on the inside, and I think Harvick might have gotten a run to the outside. So it's unfortunate that we got the finish that we did, but looking forward to next week, take the Verizon Dodge Challenger and hopefully get a victory. I know the Challenger was in victory lane earlier this year, so we'd like to get one for our team.
All right, Justin Allgaier finishes 8th. Let's go to Dave.
Second place finisher Brad Keselowski, who led 22 laps in the 22 car before not being able to catch Kyle at the end. What was missing?
You know, the 18 and 20 have just had a little more speed than we have this year on the mile and a halves and the 2 miles. So when we got the new car, ran at Michigan, the Dodge Challenger, you know, we were able to get up front and lead laps and win that race. But the regular koi car, whatever you want to call it, which is a Charger, we're just a little bit off. So we got to do a little bit more work on it, but we spent a lot of time focusing on the new car. So you know, it's kind of a balancing act, but can't wait till next year when we get that car, and hopefully we'll be able to win these races and have the best car. But just off a little bit today, but still had a great points day, led some laps, did everything we wanted to do other than win. So happy with the effort and proud of everybody on my Discount Tire America's Tire Dodge team.
All right, we'll see Brad in that new nationwide car next week at Charlotte. Jamie?
Well, Kevin Harvick was certainly the class of the field today with the speed of your race car. How do you sum up a frustrating day on pit road?
Well, I think you just look at the positives and you look at how fast our Jimmy John's Chevrolet was, and you know, it's 2 weeks in a row we've come with something different, probably to the Gibbs best racetracks, and took the best car and gave it away on pit road. So we'll make some changes on pit road this week, and we'll come back with something different.
You guys did bring a different setup for these bigger tracks to roll through the center better. That seemed to have worked. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, our cars are just tremendously better than what they had been. We took that next step, and obviously we got to take the next step on pit road because they're just doing a terrible job. So we got to fix that. That's not what our operation is all about. If they can't stand the pressure, they're going to have to go find something else to do.
All right, Kevin Harvick will be making changes for next week. He finishes 3rd today.
Similar to the Danica Patrick situation, Ricky Carmichael had some bad luck today. Started 36th, had to run his way all the way up to about the 15th position, and then the accident that you got caught up in. Aside from the accident, put in perspective the day you had today in just your second nationwide race, Ricky.
Yeah, it was a weird weekend. To be 3rd the second practice and then wreck on our Q run and take the backup, go try to qualify in a car I'd never been in, and to fight back where we were. I thought we had done really good. I had learned. I feel like I raced these cars pretty darn good for never being in it. Just a shame for the Monster Energy Toyota today. I think we had a good finish. It took 2 laps for this thing to get going, and we started to roll there, and I was catching up, and I think somebody got into the right rear, Danica, and the rest was history. I tried to go low, but it just gets, I'm getting tired of being the one that always gets caught up in someone else's mess. But you know, I'm pretty happy to come back from where we did. This team's pretty resilient.
Yeah, well done. Job well done. The finish, not indicative of the kind of day Ricky Carmichael had, Alan.